Oh, how far ooh, sky's the limit, I think. Sky's the limit. Yeah. How far could I go? Well, I can't think of the thing. I can't think of a thing when you say that to me, but I can think of a feeling, or I can feel a feeling about it. And as I kind of got a vision of being on a fairground and a roller coaster ride, but really exciting ride, you know. So where you feel very tingly and excited, a little bit scared, but yeah, like a really ooh exciting ride. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what the thing is, but that's the feeling. Yeah.
I guess it's something I'm working on. I always do my best to kind of embrace my shadow sides, but the past year I've been awaiting diagnosis for ADHD, which explains so much about everything. Um, I've got a date now for an appointment, but it took like a year to get that far. But I've been doing a lot of lifestyle changes. I've been like kind of doing daily yoga nidra to help with focus and concentration, and like kind of just generally being more compassionate to myself around the way my brain works. But I think the way my brain works does often scare me, and how I can go so off and have to, and also it excites me. I kind of love it, but also when you said what kind of scares, it's that I think probably because of the head injury last year. I think that then, and then I had a concussion as a result for 4 months, and then perimenopause and menopause now. So I feel like I am ongoing befriending my brain, but yeah, it does sometimes scare me.
Oh, I hesitate not because I don't have an immediate answer, but I have 101 immediate answers. I mean, I suppose because of the context of this, I'm holding back on what I want to say. And what I want to say with my priest hat in is immediately what is love? God is love. Love is God. What is, but from a faith perspective, that would be my first response. That love is God and God is love. Love is what and who God is. But but I think there is love in an abstract, in a sense, but there's love in action of what love is. And I think for me, love is a way of being. It's not it's not sort of airy fairy romantic feelings or anything like that. It's more a fundamental way of being and caring and trying to be a better person in relation to others. I think that and that to me is what giving love is to others, is doing whatever's within my means and within my sort of self-care boundaries as well. But it is that being a space that's open to others. I think that, and caring for others, and you can do something for another. that to me is what love is. And it's also allowing others to be who they are, even when they're different from who I think they should be, or that horrible word should, or they're different from my hopes or expectations or anything. They're just different. it's. But the ultimate love, I think, is allowing somebody to be who they are. So when I see clips on the TV, I actually try and avoid seeing them. But when I see of what's happening to people all over the place, I am editing here because I don't want to go down so political. But when I see what's happening to people, people are starving and being bombed out and whatever. I think in my youth I would have said love would have been getting rid of everything, to sell everything, anything, and go and give to them, or even going out to do it myself. And that's the kind of person I was in my youth. I think I would edit that down quite a bit now. But I think in some ways love is not switching off, in the sense of sometimes I have to switch off the actual visual images because they stay in my head, but it's not switching off your concern and care for that. And it's being able to say, well, I've done what I can, which might be very, very limited. It might be as limited as, well, I shouldn't say that's limited, but as praying for them, or willing them good. That might be all you can do. But I think as long as you can hold your head up and at least have done that, I think that's love. That's so yeah. I think it's that being a space for others, but not so much so that you don't have your boundaries for self-care. Whereas in the past, I wouldn't have had those boundaries, and then you can't go on caring for others because you're too worn out yourself. But yeah.
Being alive, sharing something really special, being cared for, being cooked for. My husband didn't cook at all when I had my children growing up, and then he was seeing a therapist, and she said, "Why don't you try gusto?" And he absolutely loves it. I can't follow the instructions. I just can't do it. I have to look at the ingredients and I have to read through the instructions once, and then I just go make it up as I go along. He does everything timed and cuts everything up and grates everything up exactly as it should be on the recipe. And we have really lovely meals, and it's made such a difference. So being cooked for is huge. Feeling safe, not having to worry when they go away, and just feeling safe.